Hello and welcome back to Squeeze Bazaar. Today we're going to be doing our top 10 counterspells. Of course, these are our own personal favorites. If you got some of your own that weren't listed here today, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below. And so I don't forget, be sure to like and subscribe. All right, let's hit with number 10. Good old Negate is the first counterspell we chose because, well, it does its job. If it's not a creature, for 1/1 blue, you can just counter that spell. And you got lots of different arts, as you can see. I like those archives, even those Japanese archives. I think we opened one here on the channel. So yeah, Negate is our number 10 counterspell. So like I said, anything that's not a creature doesn't enter. All right, next, number 9. We're going to be heading to this spell. So this is a first print World Wake, or yeah, original Zendikar, I'm not sure. Basically, you counter target instant spell. So it's a protection, right? If anybody's trying to do shenanigans on your turn or whatever. 1 blue, and you stop that from happening. So yeah, really good one there. Number 8 is our Spell Pierce. Again, one of those 1 mana counter spells. Here you can counter a non-creature spell unless that controller pays 2. It's again for 1 mana that can stop really early games from going too fast. So really great. I like the arts here. That one on the on the right is really funny. Okay, number 7. We chose Remand. So this is more of a tempo counter spell. So you're going to counter the spell, but instead of it going into the graveyard, it'll go back into your opponent's hand. However, you get to draw a card. So if your opponent is slow at coming out, this card is just so powerful, right? And so your first print is actually from a really old edition. I think that's a Time Mastered set we see on the left. So there you go. Really good counter there. Okay, next. Number 6, we chose Mystical Dispute. Now this is a fairly newer counter spell. So it costs 3, but if you're countering a blue spell, it will cost 2 less, which is, you know, usually in good blue against blue matchups is going to be a really strong card. And you can counter any spell unless its controller plays 3. So yeah, also 3 is a lot of mana in Magic. So it's not always often your opponent's going to have that open after casting a spell. So really good counter spell here. Next, we got number 5. We chose Pact of Negation here. So this one's more nostalgic for, you know, our Squeeze Bazaar group here that play Magic. Being able to counter a spell when you're tapped out is always something interesting, right? So that's why we chose this one. However, in this case, there is a drawback. If you do it at your next upkeep, you have to pay 5. And if you don't, well, you lose the game. So be careful. Don't let that slip through your mind. Okay, number 4, we got Cryptic Command. So this is a very, it's an old modern staple, right? So you can do a whole lot of things, including countering a spell, but you get to choose 2. So you can also draw a card, tap creature, all the creatures your opponent control, or bounce a creature back into its owner's hand. So that's a lot of stuff. It is more mana intensive, but yeah, it can really turn games around. So yeah, Cryptic Command is a really powerful one. Number 3, we chose, well, the good old counterspell. 2-drop counters any spell, right? That's as good as it gets, the ratio for mana to effect. So Counterspell for 2 is our number 3 here. And again, look at all those beautiful arts. We enjoy them all. They're really pretty. Number 2, so this is a more recent Counterspell. It's Force of Negation. This is from the Modern Horizons 1st edition. And also, again, if you may exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay its mana cost, and you can counter a non-creature spell. And if it is a counter, then you can exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. So very strong card. It's very strong price also. Almost a $100 card. So yeah, that's our number 2. And finally, number 1, we chose, well, good old, the big old Force of Will. Basically, yeah, you can counter a spell for free by paying 1 life and exile a blue card from your hand. So one of the most powerful counter spells in Magic the Gathering to this date. So there it is. There's our top 10, guys. Let us know what you thought. So you can always leave in the comments what your favorite counter spells are. If we've missed any, go ahead and let us know. And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.